Send shards flying when struck. Is he still drunk? Why is he drunk? Doesn't make any sense. There's no narrative reason for him to be drunk. Okay, I've not put them in the right place because these things are in the way. Okay. I'm actually going to run him up. I mean, some narrative reason where it says, oh, he's drunk because, you know, he's really upset about Volker, for whatever reason. At least that would make something resembling sense. Can I ride the lightning from here? No, not that one. Can. Little bits of damage where we can get it. I mean, I'm honest, I'm not entirely sure how many people we need to remove. I can only do it with people next to me, okay? But I give people some more willpower. That'll be good. No, not the tentacle wibbleness. Oh, I can't get to him. Oh, I can get to him. So I've just gone out and now round. Do what we can. Now Bolvik moves up. He can't move any further. I'm actually stuck here. Okay. I think it goes in the direction away from you, I think, is what that does. Your armor, and that'll stop you doing that to him. Do I go for him again? I don't think that's going to help. I don't want to run alongside him because that just sounds like a terrible plan. You know what? I'll just do it. I'll just do it this slightly shorter range. Because at least that weakens him. For Krumba. That's slightly less fine, but what you gonna do? Yeah, go for Juno. Juno's immortal, so it doesn't matter. Oh, I can't do. You don't do Tempest, okay? Dead. If I do that, I think that then goes down there. Okay, may not have been the best play, but alright. Yeah, there we go. Oh, yes! We did a little bit of damage to Bolvik. Again, dent his armor. If I go, no, I can't ride the lightning to him because I think we're not in the right plane there. So I'm going to move there and just jab him with a spear. Armor. 5 damage. It's fine. This is fine. This is fine. This is fine. This is fine. It's not fine, but... Get rid of that armor. You don't need a bulwark. Yeah, he's just going to march back in. Yeah, that's fine. Hey! A little berserk power. Quite useful. For me. You're dead. I'm assuming this is going to be it if we're fighting Bulwark. And then it's just a matter of... what's it called? Just the narrative stuff, I would assume. Just stay there, I think. That's fine. 8. I can move up. Yeah, I think keep working on Bulwark. Bulwark's got to be the one we go with. Oh, wow. I think I did some damage. Yeah, that did some damage to his guys, which is kind of a berserker thing. Yes, there you go, down. There we go. Sigbjorn had one job and he did it well. Okay. Sigbjorn had multiple jobs, it's just that's the one he ended up having to do because that's where Bulwark had ended up. I'll move. I don't think it actually matters, but... Okay, stab. That did something to him, but I think it might have just been giving him willpower, which is not hugely exciting. I could attack that, which will then hit him, but I think taking out the armor will be good, because then Sigbjorn can sneak up behind and then stabby stab. Dead. There we go. I mean, I don't think this is 100% accurate, but have the battles with Sigbjorn gone a lot better than the ones without? Just wondering at this point. Now, if I go there, I can move there, but then... Oh, either it just breaks that one, so that's alright. Get rid of your armor. You can't actually move to a place to attack. So let's use weaved energy. And then... Oh no, because we're not touching. That's disappointing. I need to break armor to avoid deflections. You don't. You need to stop drinking. That's what you need to do. I don't want... Actually, I don't want to use that. I was thinking that... Because if I do that, it'll hit. Although then again, maybe whoever's using the lightning would like it to hit Alfrun. There we go. Pacified. Because that's because I took out Bulwark. Yeah. There we go. You glance up. The White Tower's much taller than you imagine. Tall enough to reach a sun, you wonder. A trick of perspective. No, there really are that many stairs. Bulwark doesn't look right still as he is, but he doesn't rise again. Ravens stare, wearing a wide range of emotions on their face. You have no time to gape yourself. You drag Ivan toward the tower where stairs spiral upward beyond sight, and you take the first of many, many steps. Chapter 22. Only we few remember it now. Because no one wants to. Okay, it doesn't look like there's a counter ticking down anymore, so that's good. It does mean that if I hadn't have rested, I probably would have had worse battles, but we wouldn't have needed to do that extra one. Quickly, the top of the tower is just up these stairs. Just. This is crazy. I still can't believe that's an actual sun. And you're really going to put it back in the sky somehow? Ivan will. Juno, there has to be some other way. I can't... You can. We've come this far. Wait, Juno, wait. If this is really happening now, give me a moment. Juno and Ivan embrace one final time. Ivan whispers something meant only for her, and then you are forced to move on. Okay. Quite dramatic. Oh, this is the shattered sun. Ah, I see. I was wondering what that was. Oh, it actually is like, it is a sphere of light. It's just we've not seen it before.
The world lives or dies here. This is it.
Oh, have we... Oh, we've skipped climbing up the tower. Okay. It wasn't mentioned. This is it. Okay, what do we do? At the center of the tower, Juno sits upon the pedestal, and Ivan reluctantly begins his task. Juno hovers in the air, immobilized. She looks peaceful, as if finally letting go of the burdens she has carried this far, when you hear a familiar rumbling. The serpent, I believe. The serpent raises its tattered head to the tower top. It speaks in an ancient language as before. Begone, creature! You don't even have the strength to crush this tower anymore. The serpent continues its low, undulating speech like smoke rolling over seawater. Ivan stops. He's listening. Girthu Svavel. What does it want? It is giving up. It wants to make a deal. Half a prophecy of extinction, it says. The darkness will lift and it will spare Arborang. It consumes only half the world. Half the world? Exchange for what? Juno's energy. If I release it to the serpent, Juno will be gone, but she won't suffer. You can tell Ivan is seriously considering it. And this isn't what we came to do. Things change, Ivor. This is out of your hands now. Tell me why. Have I not earned that at least? Ivan returns his attention to you with frustration in his face. Behind him, the serpent rattles in resentment at being ignored. Why? Because Juno does not deserve this. Don't you understand what's happening here? How could I? It's been nothing but lies and secrets since we first met. What choice did we have? Try to imagine if I told you the truth when we met. It was hard enough convincing anyone to listen in the first place. Back in Sigurdholm, when I begged you to wait for Juno, how long did you wait? Not even a single day. After all, I didn't Einatov to save the Varl from complete extinction. No, if you knew the truth, you'd have drowned me in that lake yourself. Couldn't even trust you to save yourselves. How were we supposed to know what was going on? Yeah. So you will decide who's to be saved. That's not what I mean. What's the point of this, Ivor? So brothers and clansmen can keep killing each other over petty disputes? So Varl and Dredge can go on destroying each other over ancient history? Even after we realised the Dredge were only fleeing the darkness, same as the rest of us, even after discovering a Dredge child dying in the snow, an infant, everyone was ready to slaughter it like a pig. And yet the Dredge child lives on, even now. So maybe 1 in thousands is spared. Is this really what you want to argue right now? Look, you've made good points, but try to put yourself in my position. Asked to weigh the fate of the world against their loved ones, would anyone choose the world? The serpent slithers anxiously. It is not accustomed to being ignored, but Ivan seems determined to get this off his chest. And we both know how this world really is. Remember Denglador's Godstone? That old woman lies to our face about who attacked who, then she mocks us for not butchering that stone hurler on sight. And even with the truth laid so bare before us, there was a debate. How can we hope to overcome that kind of spite and ignorance, that hatred? What are we fighting so hard to what are we fighting so hard to preserve exactly? I will continue to hope until. I'll continue to hope until the day there's nothing to hope for. I know you believe that, but you don't know what the depths of it the way I do. There was a woman named Orsma River after we somehow survived crossing the chasm. Some of our own clansmen had tied her to a stake, which, they screamed, she was meant to starve to death. I can still see her face, the torture, the pain. Do you remember how many days she had hung there, starving, before we arrived? 4 days. You sound so confident, but you're wrong. They told us 3. Maybe those men lied, or with the sun stopped, maybe they miscounted. She'd been there at least 7 days already. I could feel her agony in the tapestry. According to their own absurd rules, it proved she wasn't a witch. She should have been freed. Can you imagine suffering like that for a world that doesn't even remember you? That's what this is about, isn't it? This is about Juno. I'm not trying to make everything about Juno. I just need to believe in what I'm supposed to do. Ivan seems to be swayed by your arguments. The coils of the serpent are wrapping tight around the tower, and you can feel its patience growing thin. When we found Juno's body smashed and broken on the frozen sea, I saw that same fate for her as the poor woman starving to death. Suffering, alone, forgotten. Everyone else was so quick to give up on her. I'm grateful that you did not, but that's not what you're asking me to do now. I must sound pathetic. I realise it has to be hard to sympathise. But maybe of all people you can either. When you stood against Bello on the bridge at Einatoft, I finally recognised you, and I knew what you had done to Reyes and his child. He followed us both to Bordersgard to finish the job. What would you give to have Rook back? Don't make Juno suffer an even worse fate. Please, Ivor. Trust me to find a solution. Ivan turns back to the servant, his body radiating immense power as he speaks to it again. Alfred gives you a severe look, as if to say, he lies. You recall a plan to complete the ritual in place of Ivan. If you're going to do something, it has to be now. Ivan, this isn't what Juno wanted. Ivan again stops speaking to the servant, but this time he turns to you with sorrow instead of anger. Juno is everything this world deserves. Instead, you got me. I'm so tired, Ivor. Courage. This was the hard part. Forgive me, Juno. I'll love you always.
I've never seen anything like a son coming to life. And I hope I never will again. Stuck with him, just a speck so far above our heads was Juno, who turned the darkness into light. Ivan did not want to leave the sun behind as we departed the inner earth. I expect he will return there often. No warp crossed our path on the long trek home. They have all turned to ash. And now, we are coming to this journey's long end. The same thought rattling around my head the whole way. Do I dare to hope?